got the juice, juice. Ha. Said I got the...
What's up? It's your girl BB. You're watching Still Got the Juice TV. Today we're locking in with Scothchie Boss. That's it?
That's it.
That's it?
Scothchie Boss.
Scothchie Boss. Alright, I'm so new to you, but I'm curious about you.
Okay.
That's all that matters. Somebody said you locked in on the dance hall scene, like...
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you seen, we had Barrington Levy here.
Yeah.
So I heard that you work with Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's big, right? Tommy Lee Sparta and Damage Music in Montego Bay and Flankers, yeah.
You recorded it down there? Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. You want the long story
I
or
want
the short
story?
story?
Because I want to know how you was walking around out there.
All right, so my fiance is Jamaican.
Okay.
So I've been going to the island for about 8 years. It started with me actually, believe it or not, building homes for the poor, in the missions of the poor, in the bush, right? So anything, long story short, met my fiance, kept going there. And at that point in time, I had a little problem with drugs and alcohol. So I got sober 3 years ago. And I was sitting on the side of the road. I never hung out in the resorts. I was always with the people, right? The locals in downtown Montego Bay and everywhere around. So anyway, I had just landed and I was going to go see my friend in Lilliput, my Rasta friend who owns Bossy Records.
Okay.
Bossy, yeah, right? And then somebody heard me on the side of the road at a car wash and introduced me to Damage Music. They were like, "You're pretty good." So I was like, "Well, I really doing it just as a hobby. I'm really not looking for anything. We're just going to do a few projects." And he said, No, I want you to meet Damage Music. I said, okay. So I called my friend Bossy and he said, "Yeah, man, I know, he's my brethren. Bossy and Damage go back a long time." He said, "Go see him and I'll see you later." I said, "All right." Damage gave me a beat. I dropped my first project, which was Elements of Surprise, which was with a local artist. And it went over so big that Damage has suggested I do a collab with a bigger artist. And I was like, "Who?" And he's like, "Well, Tommy Lee Sparta." I was like, "Oh, okay," because Tommy Lee had actually been my favorite artist at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so then it went from there, and then we just actually dropped that 2 days ago. War. And it's crazy because everybody's at war in Jamaica at the moment, all the artists. Crazy. So yeah, and Tommy Lee Sparta now, I got his link and I can call him if you want, so.
So that's cool. Dropped 2 days ago. We gotta make sure we tap in. I'm gonna tap in as soon as
into it
tonight.
Yeah.
So
it got, I think, 40,000 views in 24 hours.
I was gonna have 40,001.
One.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just really curious because you also brought up sobriety. Congratulations for 3 years.
Thank you.
And I can see that the music is helping you. So
absolutely. And so I get out of my own head. It was a way that you find some kind of, for me anyway, is a lot of art does for people. It doesn't really matter if it's music or painting or poetry or building flowers or clay pottery, right? Art is art. So there's a lot of different forms of it. For me, it was music. It was a way for me to escape from the world and just have time for myself, and give me some kind of fulfillment and some energy. And it just went from there. It really wasn't a plan. It just...
I think it didn't have to be a plan.
It wasn't.
It's divine and it's for you. And
I appreciate
that since you went 3 years like this, and the music is keeping you think it's keeping you sober as well? Like.
Yeah, and it came from serious mental illness, so it enables me to spread the message. I've always wanted to spread, because I was able to beat it. I mean, I suffered for a long time. I suffered for 17, 20, 23 years. Homelessness for 6, 7 years, in and out of rehabs and mental institutions and things like that. So it enables me to get my voice out more for people that don't realize that there's help out there.
The voice in your story, what is remarkable.
Well, thank you. I'm not the worst in the world. There's other people that have problems,
That's the thing. That's why your voice matters, because other people can relate to you.
Correct. So if they know there's a way out and there's some help, and if I can help them, or more for the better.
That exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know me, because I'm getting to know you.
I know you.
They call me. They call me Miss Lipstick and Lyrics. So you did your song today for Still Got the Juice. Can you give me a lyric, one bar or 2 bars if you like, that go over people's heads?
Well, this whole song started really, a lot of people were saying that, you're not validated and you're fake. Oh, you're trying to be, something you're not, and they can check the resume. So I had just caught a big kingpin case. So yeah, and I did my stripes over in Jamaica on the island. So the resume's real. In any case, you know, that the song, I was really pissed off, and actually myself and Matty Tosca wrote it together. So I can't take all the credit for the lyrics. But there are a few bars in there that are really bad, like different baskets for different zones, different brackets for different loans, different caskets for different bones, different plastic for different chromes, acid with this rap shit on different homes. You know, there's just things in there that people naturally wouldn't put together. It takes a lot of skill, effort, and hard work, you know, and that's what we do. We don't just produce something just to produce it, you know. We sit with it and we mold it and we melt it. We kind of meditate with it, you know, until we're happy with, you know, a lot of the things. One of the ones is I rhyme like a penny and chip my mind's IBM. That's Matty Tosca right there.
I heard that.
That one was Matty Tosca right there. So, you know, we have a great team. True Light Films, Matty Tosca, and the whole crew together. It's a big pot of gumbo that comes together.
And you just did a movie.
Yeah, the movie. Well, they got, right now, True Light Films and the Tosca Brothers got the #2 movie it's coming on Tubi. Okay. And forgive me, I forget what the network is. Cineverse, okay. Cineverse, right? Yeah. #2, The Pale White Horse. So check it out. And then we have another one actually that True can pick out talent, so could they say. So True kind of picked me out, right? So in any case, I had met True because I had hired him to do like a side project video, and we just vibed, and we're built from the same cloth.
It's meant to be.
It meant to be kind of relationship, but I respect their work ethic and their honesty and just people who they are. It's hard to find people like that. So True Light Films and the Tosca Brothers, we just finished up Will You Marry Me? Okay. It has Nia Lee in it and Gravy from Tubi. And
that's what I wanted to hear about that.
Yeah, I star in it. Matty Tosca stars in it. Christine Nunez stars in it. Yeah, we got Gattuso is in it. I'm sorry, guys. It's the names are a little difficult for me to pronounce.
So
and you know, there's a lot of big people in it. It's gonna be fine because I was actually the first time that I was on a set like that.
I was about to ask you, how can I get on? Because I think I need to be acting with y'all.
You can talk to the boss. He's sitting right behind you. Absolutely.
I love that you're so busy and active, but where do you want to take this? Like, you're doing this essentially because, you know, it's saving you in your sobriety, but where do you see your impact going? That's what I'm curious about.
The impact, or where do I want to take it?
Where do you want to take this?
You know what? It's life, so I'll go wherever it takes me. I'm happy every day. I learned through sobriety and just life in general. I'm not one of those guys that's going to say, I'm going to be happy when this happens. I'm going to be happy when I make $1 million. I'll be happy when I have my home. I'll be happy when I own my car. Because realistically, it takes you 40 years to own your home, right? Ooh. 50 years to own your home. So you're not going to be happy for 50 years. Yeah. So I take that in stride every day. Where we line, as long as I've aligned myself, which I'm confident I did, with a killer team that have the same visions and integrity that I have, I feel that I will land in a good place. I'm confident of that. My impact would really like to help people with mental illness because there's
I can see you doing that.
I'd like to do some seminars for free for people because I do it now because I have serious obsessive compulsive disorder and schizophrenia. So that person sitting on the side of you, sometimes I don't know if it's real or not, but I just deal with it, right? So and I can do a lot of people don't realize how devastating it can be in life and how debilitating it can be. Which leads into addiction and all the problems that we can go on forever with this, right? Where the government wants you in the gutter and wants you on, you know, medicine and they want you down and out, right? They praying for your downfall. So that would be my blessing that I have been given with my journey to be able to overcome mental illness and addiction. To share that with younger people than me, so this way maybe they can change the world in some way, because it's a serious issue.
If somebody had hope in you to change the world, I believe you could do the same thing for somebody else. So I definitely see you doing that.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
And one thing I could definitely tell you as a creative, because you're creating so many things, if you're going from dancehall to doing hardcore rap, like they say the more you pour out, the more like you have nothing left in a sense. So most people that are creators have some type of disorder. Like I have bad anxiety, terrible. And I also have like, you know, history of some people that have mental disorders in my family, but they're also the most creative people in my family. So I also feel like, you know, it somewhat balances you out.
Well, you have to DM me off the show, maybe because anxiety is nothing but fear.
Oh yeah.
Right? And it's a small part in the brain that scans for fear. We can get into it all along. So the way you get over mental illness is to understand what it is and how your brain's working and reacting. So once you start understanding mental illness and what it does to people and the synapses and the electricity in the brain and the subconscious and all that, that's when people can start to get healthy. So just hit me.
You made that choice though.
Yeah, hit me up.
Your story is so inspirational.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, it can be a very dark and wicked place, the world.
But you're not there anymore, and you're not staying there. So.
Well, it's everywhere, but I choose to live my life without the dark wickedness.
I usually ask people to give me a gem before they leave. I feel like this whole episode is a gem.
A gem?
Like a piece of advice. Like if you had the opportunity to talk to your younger self, what's one thing that you would tell him?
Get help. Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Somebody out there will help you.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Before you leave me, I want to know, tell me one reason why you still got the juice.
I still got the juice because I know what the J.U. Ice is all about.
Ooh.
From way back, we've been saying we got the juice from a long time here. The J.U. Ice, you got J.U. Ice, the juice, you heard?
Ladies and gentlemen, Scothchie Boss. And it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Boom.